Hi all, how are you doing? Welcome back to the series on the mistakes one will commit when you learn to code in Java. So in the previous video, if you have watched, we learned the second mistake that the naive user who started to learn to code in Java would commit. So without the main, you start typing your executable statements. And we learned how to fix it. And also at the end of the video, we learned that in the tester class, there is an order object and we are trying to print this particular order object. We are too ambitious, is it not? So we want to print the order object, believing that like how we print integer value, right? And the built-in string value, the floating point, double, primitive data type values. Similar line, we also wanted to print the order. So what happens whenever I try to print the complete object? So it is implicitly invoking toString method. And where is it present? Look at here. toString is a built-in method that is there in the object class which returns string, a complete string. Yeah? But how to print the complete object? What do we need to do? In the order class, we have to override the object class toString method. How can we do that? Let's see it. So, public, and it's going to return string, and it is a toString method. I'm sorry. Yeah. So here is what I'm defining, toString method. And what does it say? This method should return a string. Yes, of course, I know that. So it's going to return. So what I wanted to return, I want the complete order object to be returned. So your order is, then I wanted to print all my order related information. What are the information? Order ID, ordered food, total price, and the status. For time being, since these four items are already there, means the fields are already there. So let's take this. So order ID, right? Your order is, let me use a new line character, and then I say order ID is order ID plus, then I wanted ordered food. So here it is a string. So ordered food. Yeah, and then let me take to the next line. String, yeah, and then price. Yeah, so that's the, let's check it out. Yeah, total price. Let me use a capital, total price. So it is total price. Then I wanted the status, so colon plus status, and I guess that's it. But some aesthetic thing let us do. I want each one to be order ID, then the new line /n, then in the new line total price, then in the new line the status. So this is the complete string I want to return, okay, whenever I invoke or I use the order object, right? So just to understand the code that we have written, I have commented the rest of the code. So what is there in the main method? We have created an object order, but so here let us keep it as this one. Yeah, so parameterized constructor. So order ID is 1000, ordered food is pizza, and the total price is 250 and the status is ordered. So this is the value that is passed and that should be printed when I just say order. Let's see whether it works. Before that, you need to save the file and then run the Java application. You see? Beautiful, is it not? So here, what we have done, we have just included an overridden method. You see, this is the symbol, right? And it says it is going to the parent method, toString, which is there in the object class. So we have overridden the method, okay, toString method. Now, just for sake of our understanding, I'll just go ahead and then comment this particular toString method and save this file, go to the tester.java, and I'm trying to run this file. So the previous issue, what happened here? It just prints the order class, the class name. So when I printed the object order, it prints the assignment, which is the package name dot the class name at the rate some value, right? The address of the object. Yeah. So in order to avoid this and print a meaningful statement or meaningful object content, what I need to do, I have to override the toString method, which has been done here. All right. So what we have gotten earlier is not the error. However, it is not displaying useful or meaningful information, right? And one more thing. So here when you do, so you can also put a new line for the status, which I haven't put it. So I've corrected this and I'm executing once again and see it in the console. It's beautiful. So thank you for watching this video. So let's catch up once again with a wonderful video to learn and excel in Java programming. Thank you.